Welcome, guys, to my little altar. So you may have seen a video recently talking about ritual, and today I want to show you a ritual I actually do. And this is something I just started since I started my Seder practitioner training, which is my Nordic shamanism training. So working with the subtle energies, working with the energy bodies of people, working with my own energy body, connecting with God, with spirits, using the land and nature, connecting with it to help people heal, essentially, is why I'm studying this. It's used for divining, oracling, all that stuff. So this is part of my Seder practice, is a ritual I do. Or one, you can see I got a little cigar thing here. So this is an empty palm leaf that I'm going to be packing with mugwort. So mugwort is a plant that has been traditionally used for many things, but definitely for dreaming, helping you dream, helping you connect with the spirit realm, with God, with the divine. And really for me, it just helps me be more present, right? So mugwort grows what you would call a weed. It would look like a weed to you, to most people. I've never seen it grow in a while. I do buy it from a company I trust that, they have good products and stuff. So that's where I've been getting the mugwort. But today I'm going to be packing this little palm leaf, dried palm leaf. I'm going to be packing it with some mugwort to get ready for just whenever I need it, because the solstice is coming up. So the winter solstice, where I'll be going out to the woods for 3 nights to really experience darkness before the winter solstice, because I believe in nature connection. Part of nature connection is connecting with the cycles of the earth. So for those of you who don't know, the winter solstice is on December 21st, and it is when it's the shortest day of the year, right? So people talk about, oh, it's the shortest day of the year. That's what the solstice is. And they're right. That's exactly what it is. And then after the solstice, or during it, it'll stay in the sky for three nights, right? 3 days. It'll stay at the same time frame. It's like the sun kind of freezes, it seems like. I gotta move this little candle here before I burn my mugwort too soon. So I'm just packing this stuff here. You can see what I'm doing. But yeah, the sun will freeze, quote unquote. It's still moving a little. But for 3 days, it's really short. It's not getting shorter, it's not getting longer, the days. And this is a time before this that I want to experience as much darkness as possible. This will be a ritual for me to connect with nature, to connect with myself, to connect with God, being out in the woods, away from everyone, away from the people on the land that I live on, just away from the noise of the phones and any other, even the chickens, like the rooster crowing and everything. I'm just away from all the noise and just being out there and just no electronic light, just experiencing the darkness. There's a lot of things this does for us, but if you want to look at what our ancestors used to do, there's a tradition in Ireland. There's a tradition in Ireland where they would go in these little underground, half underground dome structures built into the earth. If you know Native American sweat lodges, they would build them into the earth, little earth domes kind of. And they would go into these for 3 days and 3 nights, which may sound familiar to you. 3 days, 3 nights. Jesus Christ was after he got crucified in the cave. There's also other stories and other mythologies that talk about this 3 days, 3 nights of being in darkness, being in a cave. There's many traditions that use the cave for their medicine, for receiving the darkness medicine. So in Ireland they would do that, and it's a special place. I wish I could remember the name. But what it is they go in there for 3 days, 3 nights, and on the solstice, there's this little hole in the wall that they lined up perfectly with the solstice, the winter solstice, and on the third morning, or it would be the fourth morning, the sun will shine through that little hole, letting them know that it's the new year. Winter is over, or winter is beginning, I mean. Yeah, so winter's beginning on the 21st. But the sun has been born anew, because now the days will only get longer and longer from the 21st. And similar, what it is it's like being born anew. So you go into this darkness for 3 days, 3 nights. And physiologically, what does this do to you? Because during the winter, during the late fall, we need to start experiencing more darkness. Why? Well, our biology literally changes in the winter unless we interfere with it with modern light and technology disconnecting us from the rhythms of the earth, the literal Schumann's resonance, which tells us like the seasons without us even being outside. It tells us what time it is without us even being able to see light. But light is a huge one. Light tells us what season we're in. It tells us when it's time to rest, when it's time to go to sleep. So when we connect with this and we experience more darkness, especially during the solstice time, during this time of the year, when the days are really short and we're supposed to be resting more, what happens is you start producing more melatonin in your body. There's a lot of other changes. Your gut bacteria will change. Like what you crave to eat if you're in this rhythm will change, because your gut bacteria will literally start wanting more resistant starches versus fast carbs like from fruit and honey, and processed sugars obviously are a fast sugar. But resistant starches like potatoes and vegetables, those are like more resistant starches, right? They take longer to digest. But anyways, a big thing is that we start producing more melatonin if we're in this rhythm, right? And this melatonin is an antioxidant for our cells. It helps us clean out, detoxify our bodies. It's what helps us sleep, right? Helps us sleep, and then during sleep, it's helping to renew us, to regenerate cells, to protect us, to regenerate us. That is why 3 days, 3 nights in the cave, it's like when you come out, you're born anew. You've had this powerful antioxidant being pumped through you that is helping your cells to regenerate, and also it is helping you connect with the divine. So melatonin is like the spiritual molecule, quote unquote. Helps you dream, helps you connect to the spirit realms, to your guides, to all kinds of stuff, right? It's really, really fascinating. So I'm going to be going out there 3 days, 3 nights, and what I'll do with this mugwort is just to help me connect even more, help me be more present while I'm out there. And mugwort is also used to cleanse. So cleanse my aura, cleanse my energy field, and help protect me from that which is want to harm me. Because yes, well, there are good spirits and there are bad spirits, and there are bad, like just to simplify that without going into too much detail, there is good and bad in this world. That's why every mythology, why every religion talks about good and evil. It is a real thing, and we are in a bit of a spiritual warfare. So protecting myself using plants that want to help us, and asking permission of the plant. I don't just smoke it without asking it, and also asking for what I need from it, you know? Maybe it can't give it to me. So you need to communicate. But yeah, that's the whole purpose of the 3 days, 3 nights. It's literally, we need to experience more darkness. We are disconnected as a society a lot through light. disconnected to nature, I mean. So we're disconnected from nature in a multitude of ways, but a big one is light. Think about it, like the sun and every creature outside, except for the ones that are also exposed to our artificial lights, including trees, by the way. Our artificial lights affect the wake and sleep cycles of trees, and that's been shown in studies as well. So we're being tricked by light into thinking it's a whole different part of the day, even just the day cycle, not even thinking about the seasonal cycle. So all of a sudden at night, you're looking at a computer screen, a phone screen, a TV screen, a LED light bulb, or even just a bright regular light bulb. Your body gets the signal that it's daytime. So you stop producing melatonin. And then you might wonder, why can I not sleep at night? Why can I not get good sleep? Why am I always groggy in the morning? Whatever. Just can't get good sleep. We're not producing melatonin. You probably have a cortisol issue as well, which is just really high cortisol levels during the day. They don't start being reabsorbed because the light is signaling you that it's daytime, and cortisol keeps you awake. All these things simply because we don't know what time it is anymore. We're disconnected from the light cycles. So how do we reverse this? How do we, in this modern age of screens and all this stuff? It's a really good question, and I cover a lot of these in my workshops, in my school, on the school classroom, route to nature journeys. I've got workshops on sleep and nature connection that will cover light and the light, how we can actually, like, in this modern age, get around that, right? What can we do to do our best to be able to sleep well, be in the rhythms? And what I'll tell you here today on this is the most powerful thing you can do is start to watch the sunset and watch the sunrise. Most important, do the sunset if you're trying to get better sleep, but if you combine sunrise and sunset, you'll start sending the signals to your body. So you have the photoreceptors in your eyes that send the signals to your brain that tell your body what time of day it is and what hormones to start producing. And if you keep giving it that signal, you start getting the rhythm and the time of the seasons, right? The seasons, the day, the time cycles. And your body gets back in rhythm to where all of a sudden your hormonal production is in line with the seasons. You're producing more melatonin during the winter, so you start regenerating, you start feeling more rested, more aware, more present. Your brain starts functioning better, able to focus. And then comes springtime and wintertime, you feel even more energy than the previous year because you allowed yourself to regenerate over the winter. And I know you have work, you have things you need to do, so I'm not telling you to just completely stop, but what if you just allowed yourself a little more darkness at night? Maybe start with an hour before bed, no light, no screens, no TV. Move it up to 2 hours. See if you can stay right there in that 2-hour mark. No TV, no screens. And maybe start watching the sunset for 5 to 10 minutes. Just go outside. Even if you can't actually see the sun, look at the sky. Even on a cloudy day, the signals are getting through, the light signals are getting through. If you can, even better, put your feet on the ground. Start grounding. Connect your body to the earth. These little things add up. You don't have to go out in the woods like me for 3 nights. Now, I will say it would be a powerful experience, but if you're not ready for that, you're not ready for that. We're all on our own path, and we're all doing the best we can. And I'm growing, and I'm learning how to continue to create ritual in my life. So circling back to this, I'm learning to create ritual in my life to be more present with what's going on around me. And that's really what this is all about. Creating presence in your life to realize, oh wow, I think I need to rest more. Oh wow, it feels kind of nice when I just stop and watch the sunset. Oh wow, I'm really freaking tired. I think I need to rest. So when we stop just being in the mind and we create ritual like this, I got candles lit. I'm just packing mugwort for some ceremonies and rituals I'll be doing. I'm just talking to you guys on the camera, just flowing here. Whatever wants to come out. When we create these little rituals for ourselves, we become just more patient. As you become more present, just more patient with yourself and more understanding with yourself. And really you're just building that connection with yourself, that intimate connection with yourself. And if you start creating ritual out in nature, you start connecting with those elements as well, which ultimately connects you back to yourself, because we are nature. Nature is us. There's no separation. We decided as a society we're going to separate, right? We're going to put on the rubber shoes. I like to start with the rubber shoes, little condoms on our feet, protect us from nature. We're going to put those on. We're going to live in little square houses, airtight, keep the air out. We're going to dominate nature, get rid of most species, just have the cows and the chickens and things we eat. We're going to get rid of most wildlands. We're going to poison the rivers. All these things, disconnecting ourselves. Just going to be inside more. If you really want to simplify it, we're just inside too much. So, yeah, my cat agrees. She wants to go outside. This is super funny. She's at the door just meowing. You can probably hear it. This mic usually picks her up. She wants to go outside, and she's telling you guys, yeah, I agree with Brandon. Let's all go outside. And if there weren't wild cats outside that would destroy her, I'd probably let her out. And I can't wait to live in a place where I can let my cats outside. Because just like us, they also need to be outside. It's good for them. It's good for everyone. So I'm going to keep packing my mugwort here. But I hope you enjoyed this talk. And if you did enjoy this, and you really you're resonating with what I'm saying, ultimately what I am saying, and just to give you a final here, is if you want to connect with yourself, you want to feel more connected with yourself, your purpose, you want to be able to give your gift more, it ultimately starts with creating presence for yourself. And creating presence, you can do that through ritual. So being intentional with your mornings, going out, making sure feet on the ground, doing some deep breathing, watching the sunrise. Being intentional with your food, being present with it, creating moments of no phone, just with your food, pray over it if you like, just being in that moment. Creating moments of presence with yourself, right? Because when we create these moments, like if I didn't have this camera, it would just be me and this mugwort and these candles, and I would just be in it. And that's when we start learning about ourselves. And even better, when you just look at a candle, just stare at a candle at night. See what happens. See how long you can sit with it. It'll be uncomfortable. But how long can you just sit with it? Creating that ritual of just being with it, being with yourself, breathing. That's when you learn about yourself. That's when you connect. That's when the stories start coming up. That's when you can move the emotions that are stuck in your body. That's when you can hear the divine, you can hear God coming through as you clear these energies and you become present with yourself and you connect with nature. I'll always come back to the three major connections: nature, self, and God. And creating ritual to create presence is how you connect with those. So, every week, starting January 8th, I'm going to be doing live calls in the classroom on school, Root to Nature Journeys, and I call it journeys because I want you to come on the journey with me. I'm still learning. I'm still journeying myself, my health and wellness journey, spiritual journey, and now Seder journey. And I want to take you with me. There's a lot I know, there's a lot I can teach you, and I'll literally take you through a practice every week. I'll take you through the practice to teach you so you can use it for yourself. But it's really, I'm helping you create presence once a week. We create a container where we are literally just me and you and whoever else shows up for the classroom. We become present, we breathe, we meditate, we go inward, and I guide you into yourself. I guide you to connect with yourself, connect with nature, connect with God, and I teach you practices for doing that for yourself. So, if you want to join that, if that sounds cool, pretty freaking cool. Check out the link below or comment below and I'll send you the link to join us in school. That's going to start January 8th. It's going to be a fun deal. January 8th is going to be the big start-off call. So I'd love to see you guys there. And yeah, excited for the next video. See y'all then.